Anything else?
Shout out to Jason LaBoy. He photographed an awesome cosplay that got awarded.
Susie.
Yeah,
Susie.
Yes.
Susie, that's right. Yeah.
So
Yeah,
that was pretty cool.
I
Like,
think
you know.
Liz Wonder had one featured also, I think, right?
Oh yeah.
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 But Susie got picked as the
Yes,
winner.
yeah, Susie's
So, it was
winner.
really,
Nice,
so
nice.
I felt like the DiCaprio meme going,
That's
know her.
exactly what I did too.
She was on my show.
Yeah.
So that was pretty cool, man.
I just gotta say, you look like you smell great too.
Who?
Roku remote.
What?
Did you say me?
Okay.
I think you said me.
Yeah,
You
she's
probably
talking
said me.
about me.
It's in the living
Probably.
room
I
somewhere.
just said, Ben, you look like you smell
Oh,
great.
oh,
Oh, that's not good. Thank you.
wow. Wow, bro.
Here you go, Garza. You again try to steal my thunder.
I mean,
Anyway,
listen, hey, only because I never really get to drop this. And Steven, if you will please let Amanda know.
I don't know where you get your delusions, laser brain.
All right, I'm just saying, bro.
Laser brain.
I don't ever get to drop that one, so you know.
yeah. So Matt Reeves.
Ben looks normal, by the way. He doesn't.
Well, you're not going to talk
Yeah.
about super pets?
Oh,
my
yes.
5-year-old
important.
is all in for that, by the
Oh,
way.
we're
know
all
what?
also Hot Wheels or
Oh my
whatever.
God.
I'm not
Bat
gonna lie.
Wheels.
What,
Bat
what-
Wheels.
Why, super pets? I
Bat
can
Wheels,
maybe
yeah.
get around super
Or
pets.
the Aquaman animated show.
Well, but before we go on to those though, what because I joined late. What's the temperature check overall on the Flash?
Oh,
Like we're-
I didn't. I'm not any more hyped. I guess
Yeah.
I'm
it
good.
didn't like quite. I mean, I like the costume, the cow, a little bit wonky, yes,
Yeah.
a little bobbleheadish, but it's like, but overall, I'm like, all right. I really wanted to see the Keaton costume, but I understand. I thought about it now. Like, yeah, they shouldn't show it. Let's wait till after the Batman. And they're really pushing that shit.
Steven,
Obviously.
Shazam 2 has got me more hyped than
Yeah.
the Flash.
Because
Yeah.
I know it's very early, and so
I don't know about
especially
that.
anything that requires CGI, wasn't really in there. But it felt so much smaller than
Yeah.
I would have expected, like a multiverse movie did, and not
Yeah.
just in terms of like they didn't show much, but in terms of like it felt very TV cinematography.
Mhm.
Yes.
Well, when they first
Someone-
did it, go up to Wayne Manor, it looks good, but then when it gets to the other shots, it's like, oh wait,
Like
wait,
even that,
what?
like that shot of the bat cowl, like I mean, this is us, but we all know how like easy it is to go to this. But it was like imagine the Snyder version of that bat cowl shot, for example. Whereas like that one of the bat cowl on the ground with like the blood, like
Yeah.
this was like it felt like it was something from like the Crisis on Infinite Earths crossover on the CW.
Yeah.
Aesthetic. Yeah.
Yeah, the DC Legends
Like-
of Tomorrow is like,
Yeah.
bro, I don't.
Yeah, exactly. It's not that it's bad. It's just like less. It's not.
Well,
it lacked like the
Less
grandiose kind
Well,
of.
Listen.
yeah, there was no. Yeah, you said it, Dave. There was no grandiose shot that were like, did you see that?
Well,
There's not one shot that is like
and I don't
equals.
think
Because the
to
only
the
good shot was
shot.
that shot of him where he's just like in the suit in the cave.
The
You know,
stakes-
that
the
was
stakes
special.
Even
Yeah.
the
so
shot when
high
they're
that-
standing next to each other doesn't feel as cinematic that it
They
should.
don't feel
Yeah.
powerful.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, not at all.
And
It looks
if
like
you-
three
if you-
teens dressed in
if you-
cosplay.
If you're looking at that cinematically, right? Like you don't need a CGI to make something look amazing because here's the thing. Greg Fraser, hands fucking down, made the
Oh.
Batman look
Oh,
like
I see where you're
dude,
segueing.
That's true.
Good segue.
I can't imagine. Like, dude, listen. There's just one shot, and there's not CGI in it. It's whenever Batman's in that water and he strikes the flare, bro.
Yeah.
That's just cinematography, dude. That's
Yeah.
color grading. Okay, you don't need CGI to make that shit look good.
Yep.
And
No,
that's
but you
the
do need to
difference.
know like how the lens is going to react to the literal flare.
Correct.
The light to make sure it doesn't blow out and to make sure the lighting washes correctly and like
Yeah.
it's gorgeous. And
I
that
didn't
one
see
shot,
that in the Flash.
I was surprised you didn't call
Sorry.
it out already since I've been on for like a good 10 minutes already. But that shot they posted yesterday, was it yesterday, a couple days ago, of Batman in front of the like Glasgow.
It was like
skyline,
2 days ago,
Gotham,
yeah.
Gotham. That was done in the volume.
yeah.
That was an
Oh.
LED
Yeah.
wall of
Wow.
from
Yeah,
Wow.
because what's her name omitted that.
Wow.
Oh, is that what he said? Because I didn't know
That's
that.
cool.
I didn't know
shit. I didn't even know that.
The VFX
Oh, that's
person,
cool.
it's the stagecraft operator, posted on Twitter to confirm that they shot that specific shot was done in the volume, which means there's a bunch of other stuff, but that one specifically, and that was really cool because they played with the depth of field in a way that you don't generally see as much in the volume because of the
Oh,
implications
man.
with-
Wow.
And
So-
Zack Snyder's going to be using that for Rebel Moon. Sorry.
Dude,
Got my
if
dark
that was
side.
if that was
Yeah.
a volume shot, because you wouldn't have been able to like. I would have assumed if they shot that and then added Pattinson in it. Like I wouldn't have thought, oh, okay, Pattinson's in there, and now we're actually seeing this digital world. You get what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I would have thought that's a real world shot,
Mm-hmm.
and they're digitally
And
adding
then-
Pattinson because he's
And then
blue.
Yeah.
he did it in front of a
Yeah.
green screen. Yeah, I thought. Yeah, at first I was thinking that too, but then I remembered the tweet that she sent out, and I'm like, oh shit, that is the volume shot. So there you go. Shit
That's
works.
wild.
Yeah, so we could just kind of start off with the Batman without going into the trailer. Bro, this
Jesus Christ, dude.
I don't know, like this movie just aesthetically.
Well, it's the type of thing where you watch it, and it's like, how is it so hard to explain to people what you mean when you say cinematic versus like not cinematic?
Right.
And it's like
That's what it is.
That's what
That's
it
what
is.
it is. Yeah.
Yeah. Like, dude, I can't explain to you. Like, listen, I love Zach. I love everything that Zach has done. Okay, you know that, and I love the Army of the Dead shot where we see the inside of the cage or whatever that's holding Zeus, and then we're looking at it from basically his point of view, and we see the army guy, kind of pointing the gun and all that, right?
Mm-hmm.
I guess it's a badass shot, right? Like, don't get me wrong, it's a badass shot. But what I just saw in the Batman trailer, like as far as that shot was concerned, and we all know what shot I'm talking about.
Yeah, the
That
fly suit.
fucking thing with the fire in the background, the cape flowing, bro.
Yeah.
Did that just look like a fucking just?
the one where he dropped down. You're saying?
Yeah,
Yeah.
like he's
Oh,
upside
no, no.
down.
Oh, the
No,
one
no,
where he's
I
upside
know.
down.
There's
Oh.
That's
upside
the one with the we're getting the penguin POV.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
all like that.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
just going, I
I thought you were.
am.
But also the one where he dropped down off the balcony in front of the
Yeah,
fire.
yeah.
That's like
Yeah.
a
Absolutely.
like
A lot
That's
of
one of
shots,
those,
my-
yeah.
But my point though is that like Zach is a cinematic genius, right? Like he could do those shots, and when I saw that, I was like, oh shit, dude! Like, Matt Reeves ain't fucking around. Neither is Greg Fraser. Like these, it feels like they're on the same level when it comes to like treating these characters in a different way. You get what I mean? Like,
well, and it's crazy how and I don't know. I feel like I have to cage everything because like Flash is not nearly as far along, and it's a much earlier trailer, and they didn't have as much post production. But look at
Yeah.
how grand.
Yeah.
Like, look at that shot of
Yeah.
Batman and Catwoman,
Right.
and like that sense of scale is like it
Yeah, it's a big.
it
big.
feels
bigger than I
significant. There,
thought.
there are stakes. There's an emotional core,
Yeah.
and like the Flash was. It felt like a TV.
it felt like there was
show. Like,
five people in the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
That's
even Matt Reeves only had like what 25% last year's.
Yeah.
trailer?
yeah.
Yeah, that's
Even
true.
that.
And it looks way better than the Flash almost
Mhm.
completed production. this month.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I don't know if maybe my
But-
expectations were too high, and that's why they hit me so hard. But it was very much like a little bit of a gut check of like there are things about it that I thought looked cool, but compared to like what this is, I mean, it's not even it's a different genre of entertainment. I was
Yeah,
hoping, but I mean, I was so blown away by this trailer, and I was expecting a lot too.
I mean, I wasn't expecting it to look like that. Like, no bullshit.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, we
I
didn't
was
get the
just
orange-
expecting a really badass trailer.
We
like,
didn't
that's
get
all I
the
was thinking.
orange sunrise sunset hue, the golden hour. Look
Yeah.
at how much of this shot is in golden hour.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Versus like the other one didn't have that kind of color in it, but this one we've got the reds and the oranges are like real,
Lots
which
of-
are also
yeah.
colors. Batman's normally a blues and and yeah, it's just it's so
Look at that.
Wow.
shot.
Shot.
it's like the
And-
gold
and-
that he used a lot in like that Zach used in Zack Snyder's
Yeah.
Justice League with like the
That's
Temple of
like-
Athena and all of
Yeah.
that stuff
Yeah.
where
Yeah.
that it's that same kind of
But
gold hue that
also-
just looks so good.
Amazing.
But also, I love like everyone has also been saying how '90s this felt right now. Like, I mean,
Very
he's
dark
even
victory.
got a freaking leg belt. I mean, look at him
Yeah.
right there.
All right.
Yeah.
Just like
Like I said, I wasn't like I was expecting to see a trailer. Like, okay, yeah, like I was expecting to see like a superhero film trailer. Like, dude, this doesn't look. I don't know. I can't explain what it looks like, but it does not look like some whimsical fucking.
well,
Yeah.
and that's another thing is that there are people who because you always get people who were like, well, I actually like the one from last year more than this one, but this one, what I will say about this trailer, and I understand because these two trailers do give you two different kind of vibes. Because think about last year's trailer, that felt like I was watching a David Fincher movie. Like that felt very Seven,
Right.
This one has some of that, but this one it's got a lot more bombast to it. The explosions and the action. Yeah. This trailer is definitely, in my mind, this is the general audience trailer. This is the one that's going to get the normies to come to the movie because there's explosions and fire and lots of amazing action.
Well, and it looks drastically like the other one was contained enough that it was like I could see how this might be similar to like Batman Begins or something, and this one's like, no, you've never seen this kind of Batman movie before.
Right.
Yes.
Yes. And that's that's one thing that I feel that he's trying to ground this character, but it's like Nolan, he went in a direction that he's grounded, but I think he has been able to deliver on something that lives between what Zack Snyder tried to do with his Batfleck and what Nolan did with his Batman. So he's like living in between where it's real enough, but at the same time it's comic booky enough for you to enjoy if you're not a normie. If you're
By the way,
one of us.
The fact that he's committing to the raccoon eyes,
right?
Yes.
I don't know why. I don't know why I love that. Maybe because I was a kid, I always knew that those were painted, and it always bugged me when he pulls the cowl off and the eyes go away.
Now I do,
and I saw this shot. And that's the first thing that came to my mind. Oh, he's hiding the raccoon eyes.
Maybe, I don't know.
I don't know.
Well, I love that. I made that my Twitter header because I love that picture so much.
Megan,
what's up? Sorry.
Like, what are your thoughts on seeing this? Because I mean, I can't really speak because I'm not really I'm a man or a boy.
Is that what it is?
Are you? Are you that?
It's debatable, okay. On this interaction between Selena Kyle and how she's portraying this version of it, like Zoe Kravitz. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I agree with because when Matt Reeves and them were talking before the trailer played about how she just already has like this aura of like Selena Kyle about her. Like when I see Zoe Kravitz, I see Selena Kyle. No, I think the trailer was great, and I loved their interactions in it, how Zoe kind of explained that, like, Catwoman wants to be the hero to the people that don't have someone to, like, fight for them, and that's where, like, her and Batman... like, that's where her and Batman, like, have common ground, so... I'm excited to see that.
Yeah. Although I expect that's really interesting because that their morals may align at that point, there's going to be a point where they diverge.
Well, there's a shot... in the trailer where like he's beating the shit out of someone.
Yeah. She's like,
horrified.
Yes, she's like,
going
too hard.
His brutality, but he would also be opposed to her like Robin Hood kind of mentality. He would say like, no, being a thief is being a thief.
Yeah.
Who the fuck is your cinematographer, Steven? Did you just change light on me, bro? Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, we're talking about the Batman now, right? So
what the fuck?
Dude, you got to realize he's got like fucking he's got
there you
go. Now John's the crotch.
You act like I can't fucking just change it myself.
I forgot you got fucking
Who thought it was a good idea to give Garza control?
I know. That's what happens when you go over. That's what happen when you go on vacation and you give him the fucking keys to the palace.
Like Steven, all of a sudden he's gonna be talking, right? And all of a sudden he's gonna change the light and at a different angle, and he's gonna be like, so he's gonna fucking change it on us.
No, I don't have a second camera that I can do that with yet.
So.
Yeah,
exactly. No, but I
think that they already have really great chemistry too. Like from what we've seen, it's
Well, I mean, they were having sex on the Batmobile.
Yeah, exactly.
She's
pregnant.
Yeah.
Well. So here's the other thing. Yeah. So when I saw Selena basically get shot, she was just like, "Oh fuck."
Yeah, dude.
I feel like
that shot of them, the silhouette. I know we already talked about it, but like that silhouette shot of them is. or just
So
the silhouette shots in general in this. But
Yeah.
that one is just Golden Hour silhouette,
It
Batman,
literally
Catwoman.
looks like a
It's-
panel from a comic book.
No,
Yeah.
Like, it
did you
just
see
Yeah.
It
Tom,
is, I
Tom
think.
King?
Yeah.
Tom King
Tom
called it
King.
out.
Tom King's
We-
Batman and Catwoman. It literally
Yeah.
looks like it's
He
from
said
there.
this has got Clay Man written all over it.
Yes, yes.
Yes.
That's exactly
Yeah.
what I was thinking.
Well,
That's
and that's why you can have those shots, since obviously I know for a fact that was shot in the volume. Like that's
Yeah.
you're not gonna fucking tell me any of those shots are perfectly matched to Golden Hour. I'm sorry, not anymore.
No.
After Steven brought up the dome, bro, I'm sorry, all those beautiful Golden Hour
Well,
Pacific sunset
Because
shots.
when Zach shot the opening of Army of the Dead in Golden Hour, that took 2 weeks to shoot
Yeah.
a
Exactly.
5-minute
Yeah.
sequence because they had like 30 minutes a day, which like Rich Citrone had to do like 4 hours of makeup and 3 hours of taking it off for a 30-minute shoot
Yeah.
every day for 2 weeks. Wow.
It's crazy.
So
And then speaking of that, there's a Golden Hour.
Yeah.
No, there's something going on right there. That's what happens after that shot.
Yeah.
What happened?
Look at that.
Dude.
I loved this one too.
Yes.
That looks
I
great.
love
That's
that.
why
shit.
I used it for my trailer reaction. I loved
Yeah.
it so much.
I saw that
I'm
one.
gonna
I was
tell
like,
you
this
this-
is going to be one of my
this-
favorite shots that isn't going to get talked about as much as the other shots because
So
there's so many
good.
good shots.
Dude,
in
I
it.
used your shot, Steven. When you posted those, I'm like, all right, I'm gonna use this close up one. I really like it a lot. Yeah.
yeah.
This trailer is selling me more and more on this cowl because
Oh,
the
yeah.
I
Yeah, me
agree.
too.
I agree.
Yeah, me too.
Pattinson's cowl has been a sticking point for me ever since the test
First
footage reveal. This one trailer is like,
Same here.
I'm almost like, you've taken my hand, and I'm like, like you're walking me along. Like I'm almost there. Like
Mhm.
I might be with you on this one.
Yeah.
Well, I have a question for Chris now because I'm curious. I don't know. I just picked Chris, so fuck it. I don't care. Are we going to get, just from this trailer alone, are we going to get a Thomas and Martha Wayne murder scene?
I feel like that's something.
Wait,
Reeves
Steven.
would do.
Wait.
Steven,
Steven?
stop.
I fucking asked.
Background in his name too.
Somebody get the spray bottle. Get the spray bottle.
I specifically and directly
Now, boy. Down.
mentioned names, and I said I'm asking Christopher.
Well, yeah,
Uh,
but, who really listens all the way to everything you
I know.
say?
so Christopher.
We just wait until we hear the question mark, and then it's like, okay, that was okay.
So I'm curious.
Excellent
'cause
talker. Poor
I'll
listener.
say this. I will say this though, because the only reason why I'm asking that is because I actually feel like we're not going to get that.
Yeah,
in
I
this
feel like
film.
we're not going to get that either.
Yeah.
I think it's like just year 2, and maybe he'll visit the grave or something, but not an actual scene. But I don't know, I could be wrong.
Hmm.
So what does Steven want to say?
The floor is yours.
Reeves said in the panel that we weren't going to do an origin story, but we would hint at the origin. So I feel like, based on what Reeves is saying, that no, we're not doing that because he's Batman already.
Yeah.
Right.
Maybe we'll get some falling pearls. Maybe.
Yeah, I wouldn't be shocked
Yeah.
if we got a little bit because I can see very much how there's obviously a clear argument for we've seen it before. Why do it again? But also it's one of those things that's like it's a hallmark of the character now, where I don't not that you have to, but you kind of almost want to put your mark on that scene, right?
Yeah, that's true.
Because
Right.
like how are you gonna do Batman and like you've got a Zach version of the scene, you've got a Nolan version of the scene, you've got a
Burton version.
a Burton version, and so like, and you've got a TV version, and like how that's just kind of there's a version of it in Joker, right?
Yeah.
It's just kind of everyone has to cover Imagine, or it's like one of those songs that like everybody has to sing. I
Mhm.
shot the sheriff, right? Everyone covers I shot the sheriff.
He said imagine.
Everyone covers Imagine. Too. So I don't know. I can see it going both ways, but I bet Matt Reeves kind of. I can see him itching to kind of put his stamp on the Wayne murder.
I think there's going to be a hint. I don't think there's going to be a full on scene, but there might be like I don't know, flashes or something.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But with how psychological this movie looks like it's going to be,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, Meg, you seemed like you had something you wanted to go with.
No,
that.
I was
Go.
just gonna say like you're saying how psychological. I feel like there's gonna be like at least hints back to it or something.
There has to be.
Yeah.
Scott, have you checked out Matt Mattson Tomlinson's Batman Imposter?
I'm waiting for it, like, because I don't think you know this, but when I order my books online, I wait for them like to the month, and they send me to save on shipping costs. So like it's in the box, like the next box they mail me is going to have the Imposter in it, because you better believe I pre-ordered that puppy.
Yeah, he did a really cool interview with Dice over on Screen Rant. And that I didn't know about until last night when Dice mentioned it in the chat.
Yeah.
And I
don't worry, we saw that. We saw literally a Dune fucking spoiler review by 3 other people on this panel. So believe me, don't worry about
it. But yeah, it's really, I love knowing that he was involved in the writing. Everything he says is really cool. But one of the interesting things about it is that it seems to very much lean into the Bruce being in therapy angle, which is not as common. Like they'll hint at it, or there'll be like an element of it, but it sounds like a very core element of this is him.
Well, and that's the one where because they're coming out, which I think is amazing. They're coming out with that box set of books that inspired this movie.
Batman Ego,
Long Halloween, and Year One are in that box set.
You could see some elements of Ego in here.
Yeah, and so Ego by Darwin Cook is another one of those that they're playing with.
Yeah. And I love this seriousness and this grittiness of this film, but here's the thing. One, we haven't wait, I was gonna post this, but I was like, nah, fuck it. Create something. I was gonna create something, but it would have been stupid. But it's like we haven't seen Paul Dano's face, right? And I feel like that's for a reason. And I feel like it's because he's got a Manhattan thing going on. So instead of the little dot and the atom or whatever of hydrogen, it's the question mark tattooed on his fucking middle forehead. But it's probably because he's probably scarred or something. Something's going on with him.
I would love that so much because of all the people who would freak out because of Leto's Joker.
Well, because in Harley Quinn, I mean, he does have it's basically tattooed on his forehead. You know what I mean? Like in the Harley Quinn show. But we still are gonna get Two-Face, Mad Hatter, and fucking Firefly in this film. Like that's what other people like.
We are gonna.
Well, they're supposed to be in there.
No, it was confirmed. I mean, that's there.
But is it Two-Face or is it Harvey Dent? Are we gonna
No, Two-Face.
Since when?
I don't remember Two-Face.
When they announced the villains, they announced him being Two-Face. It wasn't Harvey Dent.
I don't think that was ever official though. I think that was all when it was like.
I mean, I think there's going to be a Harvey Dent. I just don't know if we're going to. I mean, no, trust me. I mean,
there's already what's his name? Skarsgård's playing another district attorney, another person.
Yeah, he's not playing Harvey.
Yeah. But I think it makes a ton of sense because he's the one that maybe mild spoilers. It's basically confirmed in the teaser that Skarsgård is the one with a taped up face.
Yeah.
He
has a little hand thing or whatever.
And he is the district attorney, which means they need a new district attorney. And so how are you going to introduce a brand new district attorney who's not Harvey Dent? But the question is that going to be like and you'll never have to. The movies. I doubt they're going to do a post credits. It doesn't seem very real. Is that going to be his like Nolan style? Closing, like, oh, here's this new, exactly. Or is he going to be a big component of the plot that comes in as a surprise? That's going to be an entire actor. That's an entire actor they would have kept under wraps if he's in it in a significant capacity.
By the way, I love a couple of reveals we did get in this trailer though that made me super excited. One, we finally got to see Andy Serkis's Alfred.
Yes.
Oh yes.
Full head of hair, just
full head of hair with a little goatee going. But once again, like the like they did with Sean Pertwee on Gotham or Jeremy Irons in the Snyder list, but we got Alfred, who this guy's seen shit.
Yeah,
like a fucking. His face is kind of messed up.
Yes,
yeah. You think he's gonna be missing a leg like in the comics? He's missing a leg in one of the comics.
No, I mean I wouldn't put it past it, but
yeah, it'd be cool.
But this is good. Sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead, Dave.
And I was just gonna say this is an Alfred, like you said, that's seen some shit, that's been through some
Right.
shit, you know, like Jeremy Irons. I mean, Jeremy, yeah. But you know, unlike some of the other Alfreds, where you kind of go, I don't know, has this guy really, you know, you know, Michael Caine, maybe, but you know, yeah, this is definitely gonna be like an Alfred who's been down in the dump.
And
So the only other thing that
the Commissioner Gordon is just like it looks just perfect like Commissioner Gordon. I was expecting people to start making a bigger deal about the casting.
Yeah.
but he's so good. Jeffrey
Wright.
Insane, yeah.
As long as you make it make sense,
he looks
you make
the
it make
part,
sense.
man.
Nobody's gonna care. Yeah.
Here's the thing that I'm probably most looking forward to, because I feel like he did this for a reason. So he showed a little bit of a hint of it, where, okay, well, Heath Ledger and Batman, they met up. Okay.
Yeah.
And they were in. It was a physical altercation, but there was no history there, right? And even with Leto and Batman, there was history, but they weren't violent towards each other, right? Well, I feel like he's stepping the game up on showing the Riddler and fucking Batman have at least some kind of privacy glass between them, like, because I'm curious on how that's gonna go on. Like, okay, so Batman's gonna get upset. Where is that gonna transition? Are we gonna get a badass monologue from Batman or from Riddler, basically, you know, giving him like, yeah, you think I'm caught, but actually I'm not, and here's why. And
but that's already hinted in the first trailer where he said, "You're already part of you're part of this. You'll see." So I think he's either revealing that he's either revealing that that he's part of the game that he's playing, or that his family, which is sort of hinted. We always say that this is sort of the Long Halloween, some element of the Long Halloween, where if you remember on those comics, the parents did some nefarious shit to, you know, to become, to become who they are. So I think it's all
in this too.
There's a shot where it looks like Bruce is trying to figure something out, and like one of the like compass points says "sins of the father" or something.
Right.
Yeah.
Shots, yeah.
Well, and also keep in mind that there's 6 villains, and then you have Falcone on top of that.
That's right. We didn't see Falcone.
We didn't see Falcone.
We didn't. Yeah.
Wow, I totally forgot. Yeah.
This sort of like the Penguin is the
not
villain.
Al Pacino.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right.
It's, what's his name from Lebowski, Transformers?
From the Transformers.
Yeah.
John
Turturro.
Yeah.
John Turturro.
Yeah.
So I mean, he's gonna it feels like the villain in this film is the Riddler and the Penguin. And from what we heard, Penguin only has what, 4 minutes worth of
I think it
screen
was
time?
5, right?
Yeah.
Dude, but like
once
every
again,
scene he's
I
gonna be in
can't
is gonna
tell that's Colin Farrell.
Yeah, no,
I
not at
cannot
all.
tell
Not
that's
at all.
Colin Farrell.
And yet it doesn't feel like you see like set photos or promo photos or whatever, and then you'd expect him to have like that plastic face look, but I mean, it feels
real.
I don't get how. Yeah, I don't get how they did that to where it looks.
I love this shot. Just the opening shot.
Yeah.
This opening shot, bro.
Like cyberpunk.
Oh my lord!
This is like cyberpunk noir.
Yeah, this
Yeah.
is like Blade
Fucking Paul
Runner. This was
Dano. I
like
feel
Blade
like-
Runner.
Yes, I got Blade
Yes.
Runner vibes from that. Yeah.
I feel like
And
Paul
then
Dano's
he's
gonna
just chilling there, and he
burst
knows.
into a sermon. Yeah.
See, like in this shot right here, he knows he's waiting for them to show up.
Right.
Yeah.
He just
Waiting for them to show up, and then I love even like when the music comes in when they start fucking showing up. I'm like, ah.
Are you
And I
saying that
knew
it's
what
all
was
part of the
I knew it was
plan?
that coffee.
This
I
shot,
knew what that
this
was.
fucking
But
guy.
either way, though, the fact
Is there
that
a riddle
he did
under
that, it's so
Yeah.
fucking comic book that I'm like,
Yeah.
dude,
How long did he spend doing that? Though?
Dude, that shot is so
where do you learn that? Barista?
I know, right?
It's a barista.
Yeah. How long did he spend?
I don't know, like, because you obviously have a baker right there. So
Yeah.
did he like make? Is that cold coffee? Like, I don't know.
Yeah, I think he was part time in
at Starbucks.
He was like, hey, can you make me something real quick? And here's the thing, I know you
Yeah.
want to do it straight up and down. I'm gonna need you to.
I mean,
create a
it
little,
does look like it's
Like
been
half a
sitting there
heart.
for a while. Like, look
Yeah.
at the
Yeah.
outer ring. It
Yeah.
looks like it's
Yeah.
been chilling
Yeah.
for a minute.
Like he knew. He was like, "There's a riddle. Probably
Yeah.
there might be a riddle like somewhere on that thing. You know,
What if it pops up with the like match
Okay.
riddle or whatever?
Oh,
That'd be
this
cool.
bad
Look at that.
signal.
Okay,
Yeah,
stop
wow.
stop
Look
on
at
that
that.
fucking bat symbol. The fact
Hello.
that
Yeah.
the back signal, the
Oh
fact
my
that it's got
God.
those like little like, it's got those like I don't know what you
1969
call that.
Mach 1 fucking reir window fucking look.
Look at that.
That's what
Yeah,
I
look
thought.
at that.
Jeez.
That's a 1969 Mustang Mach 1, bro. Like, no bullshit.
I mean, Gordon literally was just like,
He looks
"What do I have?"
That's a cool
Look
shot.
at that. Look
It
at
is.
that.
Like
so
you can
fucking
see
cool.
like his face a little.
I
Yeah.
love his
Cool.
mustache.
Well,
I
and
mean,
I
no,
love
they
that
that,
right there.
do.
No, no.
the
Perfect.
shutter
That's a
thing.
perfect Gordon.
I want a
Mustache.
mustache like that.
Yeah.
But no, the shot right before that, dude, where you see Gordon, but you see the city and
Yes.
like the
Yeah.
fucking light, like
Right
dude,
there.
look at
Yeah,
that
right
fuck-
here.
like dude, he's on a
So
building
immaculate.
that's not even completed yet. You know what I mean? Like,
Mm.
what the fuck?
Oh, hold on. I just
Holy
noticed
shit.
something. Isn't this where?
Amazing.
No, that's not it.
Nah.
Remember the shot that we were talking about earlier, where you see Catwoman jumping off the ledge, and then you see Batman sort of. I think this is the same shot.
It
I'm
could
sure
be.
Same
there's a
location.
ton
Maybe-
of buildings
maybe she
under
called him.
construction in Gotham.
Yeah.
usually the case.
But either
I'm
way,
gonna have
look
to-
at that fucking lighting. Like, dude, that's
It's amazing.
dude, I can't. Like, okay, and I don't mean any disrespect to Zach and all and what he's done, but if you look at what he
Dude,
did with
oh my god.
Look at how good he looks, man.
Holy
Jeez.
shit.
No, like Scott says, yeah,
That's
this
Batman.
cow is winning me over, man.
The whole
I know,
suit
right?
is really just
I think
like,
having
so
more
good.
space around the eyes, it allows.
Yeah.
It's true, like what Zach said one time. The actors they emote through their eyes, and just having that.
Yeah, that was when
addition-
I think was I had right my first one-on-one.
It was on your-
I asked
yeah,
about
your
the wide
stream.
eyes. I was like, how do you how could you actually do that? And he went, nah, I mean, you can't. You really can't because actors, like I said, they emote out of their eyes, and if his eyes were completely white right there, this shot wouldn't be as good.
Yeah.
Wouldn't
it'd be
work.
like,
Yeah.
okay, well, we don't know what he's feeling. No, he looks
Yeah.
pissed off.
Now he looked
That's
pissed, like it's time to
yeah.
work.
This is
Yeah.
an angry Batman.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Very angry
Very.
Batman. Oh, the
Which-
subway.
Trips me out. Yeah, it trips me out, dude. Like, okay,
So
like I
nobody
wasn't
writes
expecting the
that.
motherfucker to get shocked. Okay,
And
like
this is after he got up and beat up the kid.
yes.
Look at that. Look at this.
Oh yeah, no, you just literally
Dude.
beat the
Light.
Oh,
shit
and by
out
the
of
way,
him.
watch it,
Look
watch
at
it.
this
He
freaking-
takes a gunshot straight to the
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
the bat suit is like
Damn.
Right there.
He's even more pissed now.
Well, we weren't even.
The question is, why are criminals shooting at the chest
Well,
piece?
Bro,
Uh,
have you-
in the
I mean,
face.
how many-
and
how many-
his
hold on,
mouth,
hold on.
his chin
How
and
many
everything's
gun-
open.
Ben, let me ask you. When's the last time you went shooting?
I don't remember.
You can't
On my
remember. right?
birthday, I
This
think
is
3
the
years
area-
ago.
This is
Listen,
the area of
this is the
largest
biggest-
mass.
That's the
Yeah.
biggest fucking target, bro. Like,
Well,
listen,
Also in the comics, he says that he wears a bat symbol because it's like a red
Yeah,
to a
tracks.
bull,
Oh,
where
yeah.
it's
It's
like
Dark Knight
it-
Returns.
they
Frank
treat it
Miller
like a-
explained the yellow oval because it's like
Yeah.
it distracts them from a
Right.
headshot.
it makes them
Mm.
it's like a target for them to shoot at.
and also keep in mind,
Oh, I love
Yeah.
Teaser
Dude.
and fingers.
Well,
This is like burning him, and he's just like,
Angry he looks.
look at the
I'm
intensity in his
explaining the
eyes.
construction of this bat suit. That's what I'm like. I'm eager to like the construction of this bat suit. I want to know like what is he using? It's
Do you-
There it is.
do you think? Do
Yeah.
you think the
Why
guy?
do they always cut? Yeah.
I
yeah,
know.
they
Do you
don't
think
show his
the-
face. They don't
yeah,
show
they
his
don't show his
goddamn face.
Do you think the guy got up, or he was fine? Like, yeah, I'm sure he's fine, right? Like,
Yeah.
Like
Just
that.
laying in
pretty
a
sure.
fucking piss, probably.
Look
It's
at
all
that
good.
angry fucking.
I
Oh,
like that.
What
That's
he
what I'm saying.
said? He said, "What do you do?"
Yeah, what
No,
is
Yeah.
what
yeah,
have you done?
what did you
what
do?
have you done?
Because the
Yeah.
Riddler
What
says,
have you
"I've been
done?
trying to reach you," and he
Yeah.
says, "What have you done?"
Yeah.
Mm.
Like,
I
that's what I'm
turned
saying,
on
like,
the
I
closed
feel like-
captioning because I wanted to make sure I got every single
No,
word.
what's
yeah,
his
he
name?
even drops
No.
Riddler's name too.
on the 4K Vimeo version. It has captions, so
Yeah,
Yeah, it does.
that's what I was. That's what I was
Yeah, that's what I'm
watching.
saying. Like, I don't know what's gonna be like the dialogue between those two, but I feel like we're gonna get some fucking dope ass.
Well, I was gonna say, I'm sure, like at the end of the last trailer says, "How am I a part of this?" I think
Yeah.
that's actually the dialogue from this.
Yeah, on that scene.
Yeah, and that's what Bill was saying. But I also like Matt Reeves wrote this, right? Him and Matt Tomlinson
Yeah.
Yeah,
or Mattinson, right? Okay. Yeah, in this shot, does this not look like? So you remember in War of Planet of the Apes when he's
Yes.
It's going over the fucking arrows and the bullets and all that in the trees of the opening. That's what this reminds me of. Like it's going over the city, looking straight down, and it just shows that explosion at the end. So I'm just saying.
Yes.
There you go.
Yeah,
That's a
there
shot.
it is. God.
There it
Look
is.
at that,
Oh,
dude.
see, I was right.
That's great.
That signal to the right.
Oh yeah, there you
Oh,
go.
so it is.
Right.
Oh, you were right.
I was
Okay,
right.
so it is. You
Good
got
job,
it.
Ben, man, I
Good
swear.
So that's the volume
Fucking
right?
asshole, man.
Call me
I'm just-
butter because I'm on a roll, babe.
I take it back.
Oh, shit. Wow. Anyways,
Suck
yeah,
that
no, that
mouth.
shot, bro. Like,
Yo, that's
dude,
this Selena Kyle, man.
listen,
Dude.
listen.
Her eyes.
Zoe-
Her eyes is so cute.
She looks. I can understand
man,
what
look
that
at that.
is, bro. Like,
What were you saying, Garza?
bro? Hey, Selena, maybe we
Wait,
should
go back to
partner
the
up.
eyes.
Hey,
Back
maybe
to
we
the
should
eyes?
work in teams. You know what I mean? Like, come on, let's
Something
do this.
about that.
Dude.
Damn.
I went.
That's Selena right there.
Okay, so
Bro.
I was
The
wondering about that
lighting
shot.
in
'cause
every
I was
single
wondering if
shot.
she had a tear in her eye, but she doesn't. It's just a reflection
Makeup.
Yeah.
Does she not look like? Have you all seen the movie Closer?
Oh yeah, I have.
Oh,
yeah.
Dude, that
Natalie
movie.
Portman. Yeah.
Yeah,
of.
that movie fucked me up relationship wise because I felt it in those characters. I was like, oh god damn, this fucking movie. That's what I feel like I'm gonna get from her. Like she's gonna be Batman's kryptonite. Let's put it that way. Like you're gonna think they're in a relationship
Look
or
at that.
whatever.
Jesus
Look
Christ.
at that.
Okay.
Dude, that
Not
shot.
calling,
Yeah.
That is one of the
Yeah, you
best
couldn't tell
looking
the
actors in Hollywood. That is literally one of the best looking actors in Hollywood. I mean, let's
Yeah.
face it, Colin Farrell's a good looking dude,
Yeah.
and they fucking made him look hideous.
You
And
can't
think
even
they're gonna
really
make him-
tell by the eyes either, which is
No,
insane.
No.
Do you think
Yeah.
they're gonna make him
Voice.
look short? Like
Nah, he's pretty tall.
Nah.
No, I know
Like,
that.
if you saw the set photos, like
He looks pretty big,
he's
yeah.
pretty like to Colin Farrell is not even that tall actually, but
No.
I think he's what?
It's average height.
I think he's like
5'10".
5'10".
Yeah.
I think he's like 5'10" or something like that. So he's not like super tall, but
I just
but I
wonder.
think they
I wonder,
might have made him taller though. I don't know. I think.
well, I
'cause
wonder how he's gonna react because obviously we know he doesn't like the name Penguin. So I'm curious to
Yeah.
like how that's even gonna get brought up. Like,
Mhm.
is he gonna
Well,
kill?
this,
Like,
this
I hope
practical
he
makeup
like
is incredible.
Total, in his voice, he's total like thug. It's like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
like he's got that. He's got that,
A mob Italian
mob.
accent.
I got you.
Yeah.
I got you.
mhm.
Yeah. You know, remember that? I think it was Phone Booth, that movie that he made.
Oh, dude,
Oh, yeah.
that movie was so
That was
good.
a movie.
I love that.
And
movie.
he was trying to do a Bronx accent, I think it was. And when I heard him talking, I was like, oh my God, I couldn't watch it more than 5 minutes.
Really? I thought it was
Because
fine.
he's from there.
So like, you know,
Literally, Ben is
no,
from that
like,
area.
when you live in this area, you know when somebody's
okay.
speaking an
Makes
accent. I was
sense.
like, oh, no, that's not it. So I turn it off.
Wow, I love that.
No,
movie,
no, I
though.
watched
Rest
the
in-
movie,
rest
but
in-
I was
rest
like,
in peace, Joel Schumacher, man.
yeah,
Yeah, I know.
that was Joel Schumacher movie. That's true.
That was Joel
Yeah, it
Schumacher.
was.
man.
Yeah.
Joel Schumacher? Oh,
Yeah,
Yeah.
I did not know that.
I know. Everybody just thinks Batman Forever.
Wow.
Batman, Robin.
No, no, he's done
Nah,
so
he made
many.
some
Speaking of-
movies.
So many
Wait, wait.
movies.
Speaking of the fact that Battinson did
Yes.
the test shoot in Val Kilmer's
Kilmer's
suit.
suit.
Again,
Yeah,
just
that's
like Christian
true.
Bale did. Just like
That was
Christian
the,
Bale.
that was that's before the nipples, right?
Yes.
No, that
Yeah,
was
Well, he got
No, no.
nipples later in
the
movie.
nipples are in Forever.
That's the second part of the movie was he had.
Oh, okay.
What? The nipples were in Batman and Robin, weren't they?
Oh yeah,
That's
the
what I
nipples
thought.
were.
the nipples were in Batman Forever.
Yeah.
Also.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nipples were
The regular suit always had nipples. Yeah.
Either way, the fact that he chose like Val Kilmer's suit is interesting
Well,
because
same thing happened with Christian Bale. You watch that Christian Bale test footage. It's the Val Kilmer suit.
And I remember him saying something about putting on the suit, and that was before he put in the actual suit, where he says, "Oh, you know, when you put it on, you feel powerful." I was like, "Oh, that's the one that he put on."
What's funny about that is like you didn't hear that with Ben, probably because he would not have fit in that
Yeah,
suit at
there's
all.
no
He would have been
way.
like, "Are you
No
fucking
way.
kidding me? I can't even."
Yeah.
Like, yeah, Ben
Put on this
Beat.
Batman T-shirt here, Ben.
Batman t-shirt.
Yeah.
I want to
Yeah,
see
there's
that
no-
test footage from Selena or Zoe and Robert.
I
Yeah.
always had the kind of thing they would put on like the Blu-ray special, like those are the kind of things that you used to get on Blu-ray special features back in the day.
Yeah.
They don't really do
Yeah.
as much of that anymore. And like, I want to see
Sadly.
that stuff.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
the only reason
I
why I say
wonder if
this
this
is, like,
happened
on-
after the
on-
accident. You
on
know,
the
when
Justice League, on Zack Snyder's Justice League, like they have the test footage of Aquaman or Jason Momoa, doing
Being Batman.
Yeah.
and they're using lines from The Dark Knight Rises. When he's in the Batcave, he's like, "Well, the cops weren't getting it done." You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like where he's like
Mhm.
trying to argue against like why he showed up again.
Yeah.
I'm
Even
just
though
trying to
Ben
piece it together because I see some bruising and some cuts.
Yeah,
some
This
hidden
could
cuts.
be
I
after
wonder
that. It could be after
if
the
this happened
accident.
after that last shot of him.
Yeah,
The accident, yeah.
Yeah.
will be.
That fucking shot.
That's
Anyways.
I mean, Jesus Christ,
Go,
man.
continue, like, dude.
There he
Oh,
is.
There's
There
my
you go back.
Alfred.
There you go back.
Like,
So
dude.
good.
I love
There you
how
go.
many people in this scene.
Oh,
bro.
he's seen some shit.
Well, but
Everybody's intense, man.
even
Yeah.
he
I know.
seems like nervous.
Everybody has a scar. Everybody has a
Everybody's,
fucking guard.
everybody's tension.
Yeah.
Shit.
But you see, like one thing that I noticed about him is that the previous Alfred talked to Bruce Wayne with some reverence, like,
Yeah.
"Oh, you're my boss," or some, you're my child. But here he's like, "I will fuck you up if you don't listen to me. I'm trying to talk to you."
So that's where the angry.
I'm your
issue came
superior, damn it. Even though I watch your
Exactly. You're like you could fuck me up, but I'm gonna put up a fight. That's
Yeah.
like
Well-
the kind of look that he's giving me here.
The one thing that I noticed, and obviously I notice it, like it's not that big of a deal, but I'm not joking when I say this, but like I don't see even the slightest hint of comedic banter in this film at all.
Yeah, I
And
don't either.
That's true.
I'm
I mean,
sure
I
there'll
don't-
be
I don't-
one.
some, but
I
it
don't
won't
like-
be heavy.
And I mean that like even hearing Alfred being like, "Oh, you're too old to die young," like
Mhm.
Yeah.
like that was
Right.
comedic. Like, "Oh,
Yeah.
you're getting slow in your old age, Alfred." Like, no, in this it's
Right.
gonna be like, "What the fuck are you doing, Bruce? Like,
Yeah.
what are we doing here? Why are we doing this? What the
I
fuck
love
is going
those
on?"
like that. Like
Sunglasses.
his shades.
Yeah.
Sunglasses in the hair, man.
I
It's
love
like,
it.
what the hell?
Oh, I would say Meg. This would be like Batten.
There it
this
is.
has
That
been
shot.
Pattinson,
This
like
is-
as a real vampire.
Savage.
This is
True.
this is Paul
Well,
right here, right?
So is that name Savage?
No, that's Pat.
Savage.
That's Bruce.
That's
That's
Pat-
No,
That's Bruce?
no.
Yeah.
That's
The
Bruce.
name, because it looks like there's Mitchell, Colson. Those are names, and then
Yeah.
not Savage,
Renewal
but
is a
Savage.
lie.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is.
Oh,
that
Vandal
is him
Savage.
putting it. That's the Batcave. That's true. That's him putting everything together.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's him putting all pieces
Oh
all
my
together.
god, man, this
No,
movie's
no.
gonna be fucking amazing.
Here's where I'm asking that question for. Could that be a Vandal Savage?
Mm.
No.
I know it
no.
sounds crazy. Believe me, it sounds.
It
like when I
sounds
saw it, I
really
was like,
crazy.
Yeah.
It'd be
Weird.
crazy. Yeah,
That sounds crazy.
I mean,
But
renewal.
Bro,
lie.
I mean,
Renewal.
let's
It's-
be real. I don't. I mean, why would Savage be the last name?
Well, I don't know if it would be
Maybe because it's a savage, classy.
But then again, no, you could be onto something. You could be onto something because, yeah, I don't know.
No.
I
say
got that
I
reference.
say that
Oh, yeah.
in the respect of if this is going to be a trilogy type thing, right? Like,
Yeah.
what if Vandal Savage, not Court of Owls, was behind a lot of this stuff because he's seen everything, right?
Oh, look how buff he looks there, though. Holy shit.
Yeah, I was gonna say
What am I? What are you talking about? He
Damn.
didn't work out. He didn't work out.
Meg?
No.
between
we're
this
talking
and
about
the
Vandal Savage. You're talking about fucking buff bodies and shit.
Oh yeah,
Like,
look at
okay.
his fucking back, dude. Look at his shoulder. What the fuck am I
And I'm
supposed to
just
look
jealous.
at?
All right. It's okay.
Oh my
Ah, look at that
God.
emo.
Oh, he looks
Raccoon eyes.
disturbed.
So
Oh man,
hot.
Yeah,
he's all
this-
I don't. And he
no.
even says right there, "I don't care what happens to me" or something like that.
Yeah.
My God.
And then
Like,
the short
sure.
hair.
So
Look at that.
sexy
Yeah.
together. I can't
So
stand him.
cool.
Well, not only that, this shot,
Jesus.
like seeing this shot and seeing him look down, like that's a moment. But then when he looks up, you're like, dude,
Fuck.
he looks like a
Look
different fucking
how he
person.
flips. Look how he flips. Look at that shit.
Yeah.
That's why the eyes are so important. Look at this.
Right.
Exactly. Yeah.
See?
That's what I'm saying,
True.
dude. Like,
That's just like
Right
tender.
there. Oh man.
He went from tender, I'm gonna fuck somebody up.
Yeah. Look at- Bam.
Boom.
yeah,
I love Robert Pattinson.
Jesus Christ.
too.
Yeah.
The action, like
then
when
Bat
he
taking on a
when
bat.
when Mary said that this movie was gonna be noir driven, I was like, oh man, probably we're not gonna get a lot of action. but holy shit, he's bringing the action.
Not only
when he
that,
holds
the
the
fact
bat.
that he's back in a club
He's a
setting. Like, it just
Batman
reminds
with a
like
bat.
it's like he's paying
Yeah.
homage
Batman.
to
Dark
Chris
Knight.
Nolan.
Bat,
Yeah.
man.
You get what I mean? Like, man, I don't know, dude. Like,
And I love-
feel like Matt Reeves, he knew what the fuck he was doing before he even started this, and he was like, "No, I got this. Watch."
Yeah.
No, Matt
Because-
Reeves understood the assignment.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
no,
Yeah, yeah.
no, he created the assignment. He was like, "Hey, Warner Brothers,
Yeah.
check
Yeah.
this out."
This is my version. And
Yeah.
this is what WB should double down on creating, because they're so fucking good at doing this. Just doing it standalone, never fucking mind what everybody else is doing. Let's do our own thing.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, we like that shit. We like that connected universe. But if you keep delivering stuff like this with any other characters, yeah, we're gonna be there for it.
Yes.
But
the two movies in the last decade that don't stand in the shadow of Zack Snyder are Joker and this.
right?
Yeah.
yeah. I was gonna
Everything
say,
else,
Everything
is-
else falls under.
like
you
it,
can't name something on the other side, and I'm not trying to pit the two together, but you
Right.
can't tell me another Marvel property period is anything
No.
on this level.
Oh yeah.
Right.
No,
Like,
fuck
Yeah,
that.
I forgot about
or that
What?
is trying to
What's
be.
Marvel?
Ant-Man.
Like
Have you seen
my-
Ant-Man?
Yeah,
My I don't know.
Unfortunately, yeah, we have.
Ant-Man?
Have you seen Ant-Man? Fuck out of
the
here, man.
flavor of the week. Man.
Flavor of the week.
There's
The flavor of the week.
And that's the thing that I think is always frustrating, because it's like you could leverage that as a criticism just because like that's what you want, but also that's kind of its defense of like, no, it's like a different. They aren't even trying to make this. They're trying to make
Right.
something different, and it's apparently successful. But like, it's just so funny when stuff like this comes out and people try to compare them at all. It's like, this is not the same. It's not just on a different level. I mean, it's a different type of entertainment altogether.
This
Like,
everything that I saw in this trailer was why Matt Reeves walked away the first time.
Mhm.
That's what I feel.
Yes.
yeah.
Because,
Yeah.
like, dude,
It was like, it's either my way or it's not gonna happen.
because I watched this and I went, there is not an ounce of like, oh, there's gonna be like these quips, and not saying all quips are bad. I'm just saying like, it's never like he's gonna be fighting, in the whatever nightclub, or he's gonna get the Penguin, and Penguin's like, whoa, sweetheart, and
I love
Batman's gonna
that.
be like, oh, thanks for the
Yeah.
compliment. Like, no, it's
Yeah.
gonna be like, yo, this is how I am.
You know
After-
what? This reminds me, now that you mentioned that, because I remember Macquarie pitched his own version of Superman to the
Right.
studio. And the studio, and he said that the studio were too concerned about fixing what they already had, and he wanted to do his own thing, even keep Henry and everything. Like, why didn't you say yes to that? Because we could have gotten something amazing out of that.
Man,
dude.
Well,
why?
here's I'm gonna
There's
tell
so
you,
many
like,
whys.
Yeah.
The only reason why this film is made right now, and it's going to sound shitty, and I understand that, it's because of Jeff Johns, because he fucked up.
Somebody
Because-
remove this man.
I know, and it sucks. Here's the thing, though. I can just literally.
I
put
get
myself
what you're
back in.
saying now.
You could have had it
No,
all.
no, bro. I don't know
Go
why you
back
keep
up.
doing that,
Go back
man.
up.
Like,
Bring it back up.
I know, I
Oh shit!
oh boy,
Go back up.
oh boy. There we go.
There you go.
Look, the only and
Hollywood
I say that
Squares.
I say that because Jeff Johns fucked up. Like, he wanted control of this film, and guess what? He allowed Matt to walk. His ego got shut down, and he went, "I can't fucking allow this." Matt,
Well, because
no,
at that
Matt's gonna
point
go."
they couldn't have a two botched Batman project.
Exactly.
in a row. They
Yeah.
had to.
He was like, he
show
was literally
confidence.
stuck between a rock and a hard place, and a hard place being a dick in his face because he's a fucking moron. But he was still like, I can't let this go under because I'm the sole responsibility of all of this shit happening. I have to allow that. So
Mhm.
okay, fine,
Makes
Matt, you get final cut, you get all this, fine. I'm trying to save my job. So as much of a fuck up Jeff Johns did, this is the one thing, because Matt was like, fuck you guys. Well, fuck you, Jeff Johns. I'm out. Done. And no,
Makes
Jeff
sense.
Johns fucking was trying to save his job. So he allowed it to happen, thinking he would continue with Justice League, right? Well, hindsight 2020, he fucked up. But we still got, like, this trailer made me go, this is why Matt Reeves walked away.
Mhm.
Because, dude,
But But talking about the cowl again, I mean, right there, it looks.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
Yeah, it's winning me over.
Where does everybody stand today on the rumor, pretty credible rumor that it's almost 3 hours, and people were saying that they're sure it's going to get cut down to 2.5 hours. After seeing this trailer, what do you think the odds are that it's going to get cut down?
I said it's going to get cut down to 2.5 to 2:45. I'm hoping.
Yeah, me too. Because they give you that little extended version for the spray screening, and then they start cutting away the fat.
I still think it's going to get tightened up a little bit. It's going to get
I don't know.
turned down. Maybe not as much as 2.5. I think it might. I'm hoping for 2:45.
Yeah. I mean, if Matt wants it, it'll get cut down. But if it doesn't matter, like if Matt wants it to 3 hours, fuck it, it's gonna be 3 hours.
Probably it. Yeah.
Well, they said nearly. He has final.
Okay, so if it was like 2:55 and 10 minutes are cut out, like it's Matt's decision. You get what I mean? Like it's not like the studio was like, no, we can't have a 2:55. We can only have a 2:45. It's like, no, dude, 10 minutes isn't gonna make that much of a difference.
Yeah.
You get what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Right.
So
I think that's the page I'm on too.
But also keep in mind, again, okay, they've shown the penguin now 3 times, and we haven't even seen the big car chase, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But okay, let's use Steven's theory. If we're gonna get Harvey Dent, okay, fine, we're gonna have to introduce Harvey Dent as Harvey Dent.
Dude, the red.
And then you have Firefly and Mad Hatter. Where the fuck is Mad Hatter fitting in any of this shit?
Yeah, I have no idea.
It's so good.
You know what I mean? Like,
he
dude,
just takes the bat to the forearm.
Yeah,
I know.
Well, I mean, look at his face.
Oh, that's a good shot right
This is the
there.
minute that he knew he fucked up.
Record scratch. You're probably wondering how I got here.
This is the security guy's like, man, I should have called out today.
That's a spin-off right there.
And he literally got fucked up. His earpiece fell out before he even got hit. Dude, that shit was flying out before he even got hit, bro.
Dude,
They come to work on Fridays, didn't they?
I love it.
Wow.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it's so good.
What do you think he had right there?
I'm surprised I haven't seen it circulating.
Yo, that makeup is incredible. I cannot get enough.
When they showed the behind the scenes reel and he was talking about all the sweat and they're like, how do we get rid of the
Oh, yeah.
sweat?
Yeah.
He's like, we just have to drain all the fluid from my body. And I was like, oh, well, we're gonna see that one circulate.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought that too. I was like, oh. Poor choice of words.
But look at that though. You
Where
see all
is
the
he
FBI
here?
people around him?
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay,
yeah.
so go back to that. Go back to that. I think that might be that. It's got to be so. It's one of the crime scenes. Maybe that one that we saw in the first trailer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's just like walking out pissed off. I think
Yeah.
that's the same. That's
I've
gotta be
seen
the
that
same.
club.
Yeah, I think so too.
God.
Like, look at that. Look
He's
at that
pissed.
cow, though. Like,
Dude.
dude.
He's fucking pissed. He's pissed.
Is it the
Yeah.
police station? I don't know.
Yeah, something like that, dude.
Oh, remember that he gets into a tussle
I
inside
say,
the
yeah.
jail?
Police station?
This
Yeah.
is Sparta. Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
but
This
also
is-
in the behind the scenes thing, we see Pattinson.
Yeah, he gave him a
This is
Leonidas kick.
awesome.
He gave him
Yeah,
a Leonidas kick right here.
No,
The United,
Pattinson does
yeah.
something with the
The
gate.
United-
Like, did you guys see that in the
love
behind the scenes thing?
color.
Pattinson does something with the gate where he like lifts it up.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, yeah.
So
Were they? Well, him and Gordon get on like an elevator together or something.
right,
I
just
the
a-
color. I love the color palette.
bro.
Oh,
And
there.
then
And this
see
is the
him
one where she's
here?
got this is the one where
Is
she's
this
got the,
him
the
in front
Natalie
of her,
Portman wig.
protecting her?
Yeah.
Do you see
Wait,
this?
what?
This
What
is,
was
is this him protecting her? Because it looks like he's clearing the path for her. See that?
You think?
Oh no, it's just people. It's just people
There's
dancing there.
people walking.
Okay, no.
While they're dancing, they're dancing.
Just dancing. Yeah, my bad.
Yeah.
That's that shot.
There's
Bro,
the shot.
The volume.
Steven.
You fucked me
Steven.
over. You
Steven.
fucked me up with that one.
Yeah.
Where did Steven go? Steven, where you at?
I'm right below you.
Right there.
Oh,
right,
wait,
right
I'm
beneath.
sorry, yeah.
Jesus Christ.
I was blending into this
I'm at
shot.
the bottom of the screen.
Oh,
He's right
man.
where the
Oh, man.
sun is.
I know.
You're
Somebody
Sorry.
cut that one out. Somebody cut that. Where are you, Steve? I'm
Steven.
right below you.
I want you to tell me that you knew from day one when we saw this video or we saw the photo that was the volume.
No,
No, I
it's
did
just when
not.
she tweeted it out.
You never. No, I know that, but
Oh, okay.
you were never once going like, "Oh yeah, no, that was filmed in the
No,
volume."
no, but that was my point before. Is that I can normally like when I watch the Mandalorian, I'm like, oh, that was shot in the volume because
Yeah.
like
Oh,
they
yeah.
got,
Loki.
Yeah.
or Loki.
Yeah.
Man,
Well-
Loki was bad.
Yeah.
Well, one, I haven't seen Loki, but also keep in mind that Greg Fraser was just learning the Mandalorian when he was doing that,
Yeah.
right?
Well, and his episodes are some of the better ones, also in the way they
Yeah.
utilize it. It's the blocking gets real bad in some of the the later.
So to Steven, I just want to say next time you talk shit about the volume,
don't make me destroy you.
Okay, all right.
You knew you were gonna, you knew what you were watching.
Yeah, I knew he was setting up something.
Yeah, I was setting
knew what
something
you were
up.
watching.
Anyway,
That's fine. I mean, he didn't even know it was a volume until I told him, so I'm not really
exactly.
concerned.
That's my
No, I
point.
didn't either.
Yeah.
Right. So just imagine Zack Snyder doing it. Okay?
No,
God.
exactly. Well, but I mean, per my point on that, also, he's also shooting like in Death Valley.
Jesus
Yeah, I didn't
Christ.
notice
Look
the
at those
nails.
nails.
Yeah, look
Oh,
at those
whoa.
nails.
I didn't
Yeah, I know
notice
those
those
nails.
nails.
Hey, by the way, you know what those nails are called, right? I do. So
I don't
If you don't know,
want to know.
I
those are
don't.
called those are called stiletto nails. By the way.
Yeah, they are.
Oh, I
Yeah.
fucking love them, bro. That's my kryptonite. Okay, just so y'all know.
Nails.
Stiletto.
Yeah, that is
Stiletto
Gordon.
Stiletto nails.
Stiletto nails.
That is
Stiletto
Gordon. I
nails,
can
bro.
recognize
Yeah,
a little
that's
fro
Gordon.
from anywhere.
So you think that's Gordon?
The little Gordon fro.
That's like Gordon Fro there. So he looked
Why
he
is
looked
he-
like he
why
was
is
trying to
he-
apprehend
Why
her.
is he fighting him? You get what I mean?
He looks like he wanted to apprehend her.
Take her in, yeah.
Oh,
Well, she's an
yeah.
anti-hero. Remember.
Yeah,
She
she's
is-
right.
she's good, but not all the way good. So
I guess, bro.
look at that. She just
God,
leaps
I
off
love this
that
transition
shit.
right here.
Oh my god!
Yeah, that's
Great.
That's my favorite
literally
shot
the
right there.
Fucking shot, bro.
That is Kate porn.
Oh,
Look at that.
right
Look at
there.
that.
Yeah.
Look at the
That's
look at
straight
the
out of
reflection.
Arkham.
The
Have you seen
reflection-
Arkham?
On
The
the
reflection
back
on the
games?
bat
Yeah,
signal
it's-
looks like
yeah.
it's glowing. Oh man,
Yeah.
that is might be the best shot of the trailer.
It
Yeah.
might be,
Absolutely.
yeah.
Really.
No. I tweeted it out. It was literally the
I love
best shot.
this.
And then you had this one.
But then
When I
this
saw
right
this,
here.
this hallway fight, I could
No, no,
not
no.
process
Dude.
it.
It just
No, he just taking the Uzi fire.
I
like,
couldn't
come
process
on.
this whole fucking thing because I never seen this.
Yeah.
Look at that!
Dude, look at
Oh
that
my
shit.
god!
Look
When
at
he's
that guy.
He's not even.
Dude,
He's
he
not
just
even
walks
flinching.
into it. Yeah.
He literally said, "I don't give a
It's
fuck."
like
about
he
your
it's like
automatic weapon."
a glutton for punishment.
And
Look
well,
at
it's
that.
funny because it looks like he was trying to dodge, and he's just kind of fed up at this
Yeah.
point.
It's like,
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
even usually most armor is like it's not going to penetrate, but like you'll still get bruised or whatever.
yeah.
And
Yeah.
this just very much feels like the end of the fight where he's just like, "Fuck it, I'm
Yeah.
not dodging behind another pillar. I'm just
Yeah.
going
Well,
for the kill."
Not only that, but so when I first saw that, I was like, "Dude, that's literally War of the Planet of the Apes with fucking Caesar when he's like,
Yeah.
like
that's
Yep, that
killing-
shot,
and
yeah.
they're- yeah, when they think they're killing like, or it's one of his generals, like it's taking out one of the fires. I was like, dude, this guy. I mean, listen, if Zack Snyder says it's fucking crushing it, all I'm saying is, dude, I feel like yes, I'm
Look at
watching
that
a
shit.
legit fucking Batman film. Is all I'm
Yeah.
saying.
Dude.
Yeah.
Look at that shit, man.
That's just incredible.
Dude, I lost my mind. I mean, when I watched that part, I was like, "What is fucking going on right here?"
Yeah,
Because the
couldn't
camera was
process that. Like, what is he
well,
bulletproof?
and when only somebody, because somebody was like, they were like, I'm not trying to compare the two, but also if you think back to like the Dark Knight Rises, when Bale's Batman does it, like he's dodging and it looks cool, like that's great.
Yeah,
But if we would have seen him just taking bullets, like he didn't give a
Well,
fuck.
Well, even
Well,
what in
even-
BVS,
think he's
in
a
BVS in
monster.
the warehouse scene, he was taking bullets, and it was just
Yeah.
Yeah, but not.
you know?
But he was still trying to. He was still like dodging them
Yeah.
because they
Yeah.
caught him in the
Kinda
back of
like-
the cowl, and he's like,
yeah.
"Arr!" But
Yeah.
here
yeah, but
he-
that, only the cow was bulletproof because he got stabbed on the shoulder.
Yeah.
But
Well,
well,
yeah,
but
well,
you
I
see-
think like
you see-
under.
You
Oh,
see,
his-
well,
he
and
was
also bulletproof
Yeah.
doesn't necessarily mean like knife. Bulletproof is not the same as knife proof.
Right.
True.
And
That's true.
but also you see
between.
on his suit, especially in the Nightmare, you can see it because it's light out. But he's got bullet pock marks on
Yeah.
like the
Yeah.
emblem and
The
stuff.
chest,
So,
yeah.
so there's definitely the bat suit is definitely at least partially bulletproof in.
We just didn't
Yeah,
get to
but
see that.
This,
Yeah.
I was like, okay, bro's just walking. He's not even literally feeling. We live in Grad.
Ooh,
Okay.
yes, now I finally get my
Yeah.
car. I
Yeah.
got
I
my
love that
car.
movie.
Oh, it's so cool.
Those are two things that I had a problem with: the cow and the Batmobile. But this shit right here, I was like,
Yeah.
I'm fucking in.
Go, go.
I'm
Here's the
in.
thing: is that I've read car magazines, and no one has been able to figure out what this thing is. They all agree we're talking late '60s, '70s American muscle. But it's like, is it?
I love
But
this.
is it a
Yeah.
modified Barracuda? Is it a modified Camaro?
He got the eye
Is it a modified
twitching.
Challenger.
Yeah, like look at his eyes, bro. They're not the same.
He's just
squeaky.
fucking
Like when he screams.
Oh,
I mean,
then
Right.
Yo, he goes
that's
so fucking fast.
That's
Yeah, he
also
goes-
crazy.
yeah.
That's a remember we saw this being shot.
Daytime
too.
shot.
This is a day for
Yeah.
night
Daytime
shot,
shot.
Yeah.
right?
Remember that it
So-
was in day. They shot this during the day.
That's what I say. It's a
Yeah.
day for night shot. I think because
Bro,
yeah.
we
like-
saw them.
That's what I kept saying. I was like, yeah, don't be surprised if like all these daytime shots that we're seeing are fucking
Yeah.
gonna be
Also,
it's not gonna look like
I think
that.
Dice pointed this out on Twitter, but you can see it pretty clearly here. That it's like a what do you call the suits where it's like
A squirrel
flying-
suit.
Squirrel
squirrel
suit,
suit.
yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
correct.
Squirrel
Yes,
suit.
I know that from the day one.
Yeah.
Because people were saying that it was
Congratulations.
gonna be they were gonna do it in post production. Like, no, that's a squirrel suit.
Yeah.
But either way, though, the fact that it looked like
Fine
that,
guy.
I'm going. Wait, I remember seeing a photo like it was
Yeah.
daytime. Like
Yeah.
what the fuck? Like I would
Dude,
think
it's
that
amazing.
because it's day going into night, like it would have some blue hue or something.
Yeah.
But no, that is literally
Orange.
black and yellow.
Well, if you watch that, no, if you watch 1917, there's like a part when he's going through that little village where he's running through it. That all took place
Right.
during the day too, but it was all night.
okay.
When you watch it,
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, it's amazing what they could do with that. Look at that shit. Oh, dude.
Fly across.
You just go
the
by
screen.
so fast.
Okay. That scene right there. Okay, I remember watching The Dark Knight in
Yes.
IMAX, and when he's gonna leap off that building in Hong Kong or
Yeah.
whatever,
Yeah.
I like literally my stomach dropped.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That shit right there, right here, that's gonna make.
Oh,
our
yeah.
fucking stomach
Right
drop.
there he goes.
Oh my
Yeah.
palms are sweating. Yeah. Woohoo!
He's so fast.
Put that
He's
sound effect.
basically Superman in this
Yeah.
movie.
Yeah.
He's top
Which
bullet,
also,
he flies.
I mean,
Where
Is
my
that-
where my Arkham City peeps at?
Yeah.
That's a
Right
that's
here.
a building
Yeah.
from the from.
That's true.
Fuck yeah.
Isn't that
Yeah.
like
Yes.
what is it, a GCPD building or the
Yeah.
Just
Hold on,
from
hold on.
Arkham City.
Yeah.
or
Do
from
you-
the Arkham games? That's like straight up a building out of the games. I feel
Totally,
like.
man.
Well, do you think so? You remember when we saw like the leaked photos or videos or whatever of like where they went to a costume party? Like, do you think that shit's like? I mean, where does that fit in? Is that a Falcone party? Like, what the fuck?
But this is not part of the party though.
Halloween.
No, I know that. But my point is, obviously, we don't see it in the trailer. But is
Right.
that party? I mean, Superman and Wonder Woman costumes. Like,
Mm.
what the fuck is going
Weird.
on in this film?
Yeah.
That's
Okay,
what
it's
that's
like-
what I'm
do they
wondering.
Steven, I want to ask you: are you thinking of this as the courthouse that Two-Face has Catwoman in Arkham City? Are you talking about like where you end up like with like the Robo Riddler things
I'm not
towards the end?
I'm not sure if maybe it's just a flavor or if it's a specific building. I feel like the courthouse that Two-Face like hijacks, or maybe not even necessarily Arkham City, but like Arkham Knight, or I know there's a lot of overlap in those. I'm looking at pictures now, but yeah, I mean, regardless, that just feels very much, and that is not an original. They modified another building for that. They added a dome or they extended it or whatever, but it's
But it gives you that aesthetic.
it feels that feels straight out of an Arkham game.
I like that.
Yo, this
Oh, I
shot
love
here.
this.
I love
Oh,
this
this
shot.
shot right here. It's like, what the fuck just is this after he got blown?
Well,
That's
did
right.
anybody-
Yeah,
No,
blown
no,
off.
this is a shot that is ahead.
I should have
Did
completed
anybody
Like
else
that.
when he's got the flare? Did anybody? Because
a
I'm
flare.
wondering.
That's my favorite shot
Do you know what
throughout
that
the whole
shot?
thing.
I don't want to get anyone too excited, but you know what that reminds me of? It looks like he's leading them out into like a mud pit, which
Ah.
keyword
Oh,
there.
But again, the eyes. Again,
because
the eyes.
because you think about the mud pit and he's got this. It looks like he's being followed by those like dudes
Mm-hmm.
that are like,
Oh my
you know, if it's like
Yeah.
the mutants and it's like a mud pit. I don't know. But that would be like if you want to
Look at
use
that.
the I'm
Dark
a
Knight
surgeon
Returns.
line.
So
here.
So this
like
motherfucker's in
live
social
streaming.
media and nobody can locate him.
Hey,
he
he's
live
a Riddler,
streaming.
man. He's a Riddler, man. Come on.
Yeah, that's true. His
Super
Yeah,
VPN.
it says literally serial killer live streaming.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
Like, if they could pinpoint him, obviously they would.
But they're getting the free from
I like
somebody
this.
else, man, from somewhere else.
This-
Social
that-
This is a very Batfleck warehouse.
Yeah.
Very bad flag
Yeah,
shot,
it is.
yes.
Who's he punching there? He's so angry.
Either way, it's somebody that Selena was
Bam,
like, dude, that's
bam,
enough. Like
bam.
that fucking Simpsons meme, like he's already dead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stop.
No, I saw. I think it was Oracle. She was like, Batman's like, now talk.
Yeah.
Like his ass is already beat. What the fuck is he gonna say now? Anyways, it's
Yeah,
just-
but the rage Like everything he does he does it out of rage.
Mm-hmm.
Love that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and that's look at
Yeah.
her. Like it's like, oh my god, you're gonna kill him.
Dude, he's dead.
Like,
See, and this is
Dude,
like
yeah,
dial it back.
Ash.
Yeah, she's like, dial it back, man.
it's like, bro, I didn't know you were that serious.
Yeah.
She's like, you have issues, man.
Yeah.
Look at
This
the
is
way
inside the church
Gordon
when
handles
all
the cops.
Fulton shows up with a bomb strapped to his chest.
Look at how they all flinch and step back at the same time. Like there's a moment there where like, notice how throughout this trailer how terrified people are of Batman.
Yes.
Like everybody's got this like even Alfred is like, oh shit. Like
Yeah.
Here's some back porn. There you go.
Yeah.
Look at that fucking look at his stars.
Oh, that's like that Alex Ross.
That's
meme.
it.
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah.
Again, but he apparently didn't work out, right? Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm
It was-
Robert
That's on the bill.
Pattinson, asshole.
Getting Catwoman pregnant. This is my
Oh, this
favorite
shot,
shot.
though.
This is my favorite shot right here.
well look at
That
all
is
the
just
look at all the bullet holes.
Chef's
or
kiss.
the
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
wow.
I
I didn't notice
I
that.
didn't notice. Yeah.
Jesus, no wonder why I need a new suit. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, here we go. Look at he's like leading this group of people out into a little
Into the
That
pit.
might be the pit.
What
What
pit?
the lads?
No, they're
I'm-
wearing.
Yeah,
I'm talking
Like in
about
Dark
like
Knight Returns.
what if
Is that a
I-
coat of
I know,
owls?
yeah.
I'm
Are they
like
wearing
put-
masks or is just the face are shiny?
I think that's the face paint guys.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
I'm like being like
Oh.
you know like the mutants.
Mutants?
gang.
The mutants.
So I'm
Yeah,
so I'm
Dark
like
Knight
really
Returns.
going out of left field here though and saying like
Pretty
this
cool.
they could do the mutant mud pit fight.
Oh,
Pretty cool.
dude,
Dude,
Crazy.
that'd be legit. Yeah.
See you in hell.
Hell.
I'll
And
just
then this
see how,
shot.
dude.
Oh, this shot, man.
So good.
Look at that
This is
cat.
also
I
when
mean,
the-
come on.
The voiceover is like, "What's black and blue and dead all over."
Not for nothing, but Batman eyeliner game is fucking strong.
Yeah.
It's not
Yes,
easy to
he
put on,
is.
guys.
It is so
not
hard
easy.
to get into your water line. It's not
Dude,
even
I bet,
funny.
dude.
It is not easy to put on and not
For real,
easy
though,
to
like,
get off.
what-
Oh, that's
like-
true. That's true. They.
Yeah, I know.
They've
Fucking
done
A,
it.
dude.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Wow.
So I use that. I use the
Well-
fucking baseball.
No. In Justice League in the reshoots, you could see where Ben he doesn't have it on those fucking water lines.
Yeah, in his
bro.
water
Yeah.
line. Yeah.
It's obvious.
Mm.
You're like, oh, that doesn't look right.
Well, that's gotta be CGI then.
And
That
they
shit is
even got
totally
it like
perfect.
into the
Photoshop.
corner of his eye too.
Yeah, it's
like-
weird.
Yeah, that's gotta be
They edited
CGI
it.
then. That is
Yeah.
just too fucking precise.
That's-
Even the fucking red corners.
Yeah.
That's true.
You're like,
Yeah.
ah!
I don't. I
Meg,
only know because I
Meg,
have
you're-
sisters.
What's up?
Meg, you're the only one that
Lies.
could speak to that. Is that kind of line doable?
Oh, to like get it into your water line like that?
Well,
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean it's doable, but like
So then,
Well, he's like
I mean, you
covered
can
his tear
tell.
duct.
Well, yeah, and you can tell that like his eye looks kind of irritated there, like in the very corner. Like you can see
Mm.
there's like a tear.
I mean, maybe he's just
Mhm.
crying
Right.
because something.
Well, yeah, I
sad
mean he
happened.
could be crying.
Men have emotions too.
Maybe they kill
Well,
a
no,
kid.
I'm not.
Like-
I'm saying like he probably has a shit ton of makeup.
Somebody
in his eye,
dropped some
too.
flowers. Yeah.
Yeah.
men can cry too. It's manly.
Or somebody say
okay?
Martha.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
Somebody yell about Martha.
But no, I mean it's possible, but that is
Hmm.
very like he would have like black stuff in his eye though too. Then,
Yeah.
so I think it probably is a little
CGI.
CGI'd. Yeah.
Oh, look at that.
Could be. Yeah. Just to make it look. And then there's this. Yeah.
Oh, I've seen this one before.
I
Look
want.
at his ass blasted.
DOA, Dead on Arrival.
Dead on Arrival. Yeah.
Yeah, that's. Well, that there goes the sense of humor.
I
True.
mean, I guess.
then-
I think she's looking at right here.
I don't know.
I think she's looking at maybe when he was like falling down like he was. At
I
the
love
Oh,
end.
look
this,
at those
this
nails,
shot.
I love
though.
how her
the way the
gloves
camera-
have cutouts for her.
Cut out to
actual
the
nails.
nails.
Well, that's
Yeah.
very
Comic
Yeah.
book
It
accurate.
It is,
Yeah.
yeah,
Michelle
but like
Pfeiffer.
those are her actual nails. That's
Yeah.
Yeah,
amazing.
no. Those are stiletto nails, believe me. Like,
Yes,
Okay.
they are.
I fucking love them.
Yeah, here's
And
the
then what-
Alfred one I'm talking about, where he's like, "What?"
Yeah.
Is that
Yeah.
Gina
No, I
Carano?
think that this is happening when he's watching that live stream. Like, holy shit!
But isn't
like
there
Gina-
somebody next to him?
It looks
It's
like Gina Carano
Pattinson's
behind
jacket.
him.
Yeah.
Is that Gina Carano? Oh,
It kind of
That
looks
means
like
cancel.
It. Yeah.
Wow.
But then I'm wondering,
Watching
what is
Mandalorian?
Alfred? Why is Alfred like so freaked out right here? Like, what?
Because I think they're watching that live stream, like where
Yeah, that's what I
Yeah,
think
that could
too.
be it.
kind of like a
That's
home.
probably, yeah,
run
it's got to be
to-
Bruce next to him, right? That's Bruce.
Yeah, because it's like
yeah.
just like in the Dark Knight when he was like, "Geez, like dude, when you have
Joker is
Joker
televising the
Joker-
killing.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like, come on, man.
Yeah, that's like the suit the jacket he wears.
Love this.
Oh.
Yes,
Yeah.
this part.
Ah.
I love that scream.
Yeah, I'm sold. I'm sold.
same.
He's not yelling Rachel, that's for sure.
Oh yeah.
I got you.
Why did you say that name?
Why'd you say that?
Jesus.
I know we're gonna have a whole different.
I was gonna say here's the one
Batman
shot. The one shot where Penguin looks a little bit like Pharaoh is when he peeks back behind the seat here.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
Yes, you're right.
Still though,
Yeah, I can see it.
Still, man, that fucking makeup is incredible.
I got you.
Like,
So
bro,
good.
that
And
shot-
right there. Yeah, you're
Yeah,
right.
definitely
He fucked up.
yeah, but still though,
Look at
the
that
fact that he
shit.
Look at the
fact that
shocks
Greg-
on that
him
when it
and-
lands.
Cape still flopping over here.
Yes, yeah.
the fact that fucking Matt Reeves and Greg Fraser were like, no, let's get that badass shot literally in a mirror shot. Let's just do that. Let's
Yeah.
just be kings of that shit.
Can
Like,
you see the objects in mirror closer than they appear?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. Can you?
Let me
That's
go
only on the
back.
right side.
'Cause now I'm wondering if you did.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Man,
Someone's got to Photoshop that shit on.
yeah.
Warning: assholes are closer than they appear.
Closer
It's,
than
only
it
on
appears.
it's on the right side because that's your
That's
further
good.
side. Like
That's good.
it needs to show that. Like unfortunately,
Guys, that we're talking about cool visual gags,
Jurassic
not,
Park.
Yeah.
not insider car
Serious.
info.
God, and those tires,
fault, man.
man.
Yes. And then he just.
But yeah,
here's the fucking shot
Oh,
right there.
Man.
listen,
It's a very Clint
God.
Eastwood style
Yeah,
walk
no,
here.
yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
so
Yeah, he got that little bob.
the fact
And
that
that looks so much like a western. Like,
yeah.
Yeah.
With the
That's what I'm
boots
saying.
and
It's like-
everything.
can we
Like
Can
you
I-
need
can I,
spurs in this
like-
like click
Spurs.
click.
fucking that you hear that?
Yeah.
Listen,
Real quick,
all I'll say is, out of all the shots, like we all saw it, right? Like as soon as we saw that the first time, where we were like, "Holy shit!" Like, I'm not, saying anything specific, but the fact that Zach chose that fucking shot to go, this is crazy. Like he
Yeah.
noticed that fucking shot. That's what I
Yeah.
was.
Yeah,
thinking.
everybody's like a bat hanging upside down, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, but
Like-
also just the intensity of Batman approaching you when like you
Yeah.
know you're fucked.
Right.
Because your car is face down. That's
Yeah.
that's your
That's your
the
point
way
of
you're
view.
seeing it, approaching.
Like
Well, and I think this is something that Garza would appreciate also because Zach doesn't do POV shots.
he
right?
doesn't. That's what
your-
I'm saying. So like the fact that Zach would choose this shot to be like, oh my goodness, like dude, this is a POV shot. This is not a.
Yeah.
You know that this is looking like you're seeing this shot, and so the fact that Zach
Man,
highlighted that
I need,
shot.
I need
was
someone
like,
to add spur noises and play the harmonica from Once Upon a Time in the West over this.
No, I need the good, bad, and the ugly going.
Yeah,
Wow.
I feel it.
Real quick, I gotta go, guys. Sorry. Thanks
Oh,
so much.
all
for
right.
Bye,
having me.
Chris.
Chris,
Joining
thank you for
us.
hanging out with us.
I know we gotta go to the mall, but
Yeah.
All right,
Oh,
so
okay.
guys,
Oh, bro.
last
Gotta
thing,
go
this
to
is
the mall.
This is the
All
best,
right, man.
the best part of DC fandom. Period.
Yes,
Period.
for sure.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
All right,
All right,
see you
man.
guys.
Thank you,
Bye.
Take it
buddy.
easy.
Chris.
Love
See
ya.
ya.
Peace.
And hold on, guys. I gotta go to the bathroom.
Yeah. I gotta go to the
Yeah.
bathroom too.
It's all right.
Hold
I'm
on
gonna-
before it.
I
Wait,
gotta
what?
start cooking a little bit, so it's all right. Don't worry about it. But I will say this though, with the Batman, like that shot to end it, I was like, bro, what? Talk about ending a fucking shot, dude. Like
Oh God, yeah.
Yeah.
that was something that I wasn't expecting. Like I wasn't expecting that kind of POV shot.
Yeah.
Of
I love the way it fades into the title too. I think
That's what I'm
it's
saying,
so
like-
good.
It's such a there's a sense of identity to it. Has its own identity where you
Mhm.
watch
Yeah,
it. It's like
because,
this
like,
is
nothing-
Matt
it's
Reeves' movie. This is different.
yeah,
This
because
is-
he's just walking. Like it's not like you see the end point of that of whatever that is. Like no, we're literally just seeing him walk towards the screen,
yeah.
and the fact that it's upside down. It's like, dude, what the fuck? Like,
It's insane, man.
yeah, I think
There's a whole other level of fucking.
like I think Zach shares our disdain for WB,
Mhm.
but at the same time he's like, yeah, but the Batman.
Yeah, I
like-
agree.
You get what I mean? Like
Yeah.
he's also like, no, fuck WB. Whatever, Matt Reeves.
That Batman movie.
He's never been someone to cut off his nose to spite his face either. So like,
and he's gonna support his friends with like the Flash.
No matter what he thinks or feels about the company, I mean, he's gonna call a good movie,
right?
No matter who it comes from, and it's, I mean, this is next level. I'm so excited for this.
This has the serious potential to where I'm prepared to see the greatest Batman movie ever made.
Yeah.
I mean,
me too.
And I say that like let's be real, like Zach hasn't really been vocal about any other movies in recent years. Have been like, oh, these films or anything, right? But last year in DC Fandom, he was like, no, I saw the trailer. I texted Matt. He didn't text or he didn't tweet about anything about the Batman trailer. He told us that was cool. No, but this year he was like, no, I'm fucking tweeting it out. Like, dude,
putting out Vero, crushing it.
Yeah. Like, bro, he didn't need to do that at all. Period. He's got Rebel movies, he's got Netflix deals and all that shit. Like, no, he literally went out of his way to go, no, this shit looks good.
Well,
and then I love the fact that Matt Reeves quote tweeted it.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, thank you, and was like, it was just, you love to see.
Well, and it wasn't just like thank you. It felt very personal. He was like, this means you don't know how much this means to me, or something like that. I was like, that's really cool.
Yeah. Man.
I also love how like, I mean, no, I used the Restore the Snyderverse hashtag too today, so I mean, not totally shade against that, but you do have to appreciate the amount of effort that went into that campaign today, and like Zach doesn't do anything about that, and then goes and tweets about the Batman.
Yeah,
like,
true.
I'm excited. Like, I get it. Like, I'm doing my own shit. Like, believe me, I'm good with the Batman. I'm just saying, dude. Like this film, like I was already a part of it, and I'm still going to it. Like, if you guys don't think it, I feel like it's going to be rated R. I just feel like it. I'm sorry.
It definitely has that. It does have that.
I think so.
It could be. And if it is, I'm just gonna be like, Jesus Christ, Matt Reeves, you have them wrapped around your fucking finger.
Oh,
yes.
Well, because he properly exploited them in a moment of need, where he was like, look, I can deliver a Batman movie for you. But because the mistake was that there was news out there that they had like engaged him in talks, or that he was even signed for it.
Correct.
Because if that hadn't, which I think they put out because they were in such a PR crisis of like make it look like everything is good, and then he was like, oh wait, this deal isn't done yet, and it's been leaked to the trades.
Affleck was leaving in January or February, I can't remember.
Yeah,
and that's whenever the news came out that that Matt Reeves was in talks.
Right, but it was enough that. And I think WB, because they normally wouldn't comment on that or leak it to the trades or whatever, but they wanted the appearance of here's something to be excited for, and then when when things fell apart, he's like, no, I have all the leverage here. Like, you guys are the ones in a PR crisis.
Yeah,
like you guys are the ones that let it leak that I'm on for this movie before you had even committed to like my terms. So you can either deal with that press, or you can give me my terms. And now we have this.